Hello, I'm Robert Onihue from the Environmental Learning Centre at Rhodes University, and this short video explores heritage foods gardens, providing Indigenous knowledge starting points for action learning towards more sustainable lifestyles. And the question that we're asking ourselves is, how do the Sustainable Development Goals enhance our grasp of complex matters of concern related to food gardens? Now, in the present, we've got sustainability and health concerns in colonial modernity. And I use the term colonial modernity because modern age and the colonial period have both been have been accompanied by high levels of change that have taken away agency, where people are able to do less for themselves and are more dependent on others to provide what they need in daily life. So we would go to the supermarket and buy our vegetables, or maybe we'd buy them in a street market. And around the food production side, there's been a radical decline in home food garden production. There's also been an increase in anemia, and access to food has been really serious, particularly here in Southern Africa with COVID and with the high differential between the rich and the poor. So family and local food production has been declining, and there's a great sort of food security risk. And if we look at this in terms of the Sustainable Development Goals, we can see that climate change, changing patterns of production and consumption, the change as people live in the cities rather than the countryside, and inequalities all contribute to the problem, along with poverty, hunger, the declining health and well-being, and education and gender, so that food gardening for sufficient and quality food is a real concern that needs to be engaged in our ESD work. And developing a food garden, particularly a heritage food garden, is a good way to start. And what we're going to do is explore starting points for composting, recycling organic waste, izala and ututu, and looking at some innovations related to that. Rainwater capture, ukugelesha, is a starting point as well, along with the growing of greens, imifino, and finally the planting of trees with mycorrhizal fungus in the soil. And all of these are explored as starting points with materials associated with these in the short videos that follow.